the background. And we have Adele, or should we?
Oh, Elara.
Elara. Elara.
That's my alter ego. Yeah, it's the first time you
Give me that.
Thank you.
The stage is yours.
Thank you. Okay, are you sold on you? Okay, let that sink in. See, I've been in sales my whole life, and sales always came very, very natural to me. And I always wondered, what is it that makes so many people not reach their full potential? And I realized there's one area where these people fall short. Akram, you mentioned it, sales. And I'm not talking about the transactional sales that you might think I'm talking about. I'm talking about the sales that you have every day in your life. The sales you have on an interview with your spouse, the sales you have with your kids, the sales you have with your team at work. But most of all, I'm talking about the sales you have with yourself. I'm talking about the bullshit stories that you tell yourself of why you can't do this and why you can't do that. Ask yourself, are these stories true? Are these stories serving you? I mean, the real you. Because before you can sell anything to anyone, you have to buy yourself. See, how we view ourselves and how we talk to ourselves, and the congruency in what we say and do and believe, will shine right out in the energy that you give. And later on will come back in the opportunities and in the people and the results in your life. Anyone here knows that person that has it all? They have the house, they have the villa, they have the money, but they're still not happy. Maybe that person is you. Let me tell you a quick story. So me and my family had to leave Lebanon back in the war, literally to survive. My dad had to leave a very well-paid job in an oil platform in Saudi to go to Sweden with me and my mom. And Sweden was very generous. We got the money, we got a good place to live, we got everything we needed, literally to survive. But my dad had other plans. He had his dreams, he had his values, he wanted to provide a good life for his family, and you can't do that just by surviving. So he started to think about how should I do this? And imagine going from warm Lebanon, everyone's outside, everyone speaks to everyone, he speaks the language, to ice cold Sweden where people barely go outside, they barely speak to each other, and he did not speak the language. That didn't stop my dad. He had his eyes set on a supermarket he wanted to buy, which was not on the market, was not for sale. That didn't stop him either. He went right into that supermarket and asked the woman there, "Can I buy this supermarket?" "No," she said, "it's not for sale." Okay, my dad was not the person to take no for an answer. So he literally saw that as a chance to learn the craft of a supermarket. He never worked in a supermarket. And learn Swedish. So he did. And 6 months later, her situation had changed, and she wanted to sell the supermarket. Now comes the next challenge. My dad didn't have any money. So at that time, he could have used the no money excuse, or he could have remembered his dreams and his values and get resourceful. And so he did. He borrowed the money, he ran the supermarket, had it for 20 years, raised me and my 4 sisters, educated us, we traveled the world, and we had the best time of our lives. But most of all, he gave us this mindset that he carried with us his whole time. And he always said to me, "Adele, never, ever compromise on who you are and your dreams, no matter what happens in life." Remember that girl that had it all? That girl was me. I had a job everyone would dream of, I had the money, I had the house, I'm married, but I was still not happy. And I remember I was thinking to myself, life must be more than this. And one day I was doing this value exercise and it just hit me like that. I was not living according to my values and my dreams like my dad taught me. I was not sold on me. Anyone heard about the book Top 5 Regrets of Dying? Josh, I know you have. So there's this woman, she interviews people in their last stage of life, just before they died. And she asked them, if you can go back and do one thing different in your life, what would that be? And #1 regret of dying is, I wish I had the courage to live a life that's true to myself, and not listen to what everyone else around me says. So, I ask again, are you sold on you? Or have you sold you? And is it time to buy yourself? Now you know.
Amazing, thank you so much. Very inspirational, right? Who loved that? You know, we're hanging out at Guatape. Okay, this stage isn't yours anymore.
I met the fellow Lebanese.
Oh, look at that. We'll chat away then. Well, we were hanging out in Guatape the other week. Guatape, that's it, thank you. The other week, and we heard Adele mention her alter ego, Alara, and that's why we met on the stage. But it inspired, and Louise and I were like, maybe that's what we're going to call our first child, if it's a girl, Alara.
It would be such an honor.
And I think that was pretty cool. So thank you so much. This message, it just rings so true to my heart. And I love the way that you articulated that. I truly believe one of the most challenging things that we can do as humans is